alone at the top. The gaps in India's healthcare exposed by the pandemic must be closed quickly. So the deficiencies in the healthcare system of India, they are being brought out by this COVID-19 pandemic, and these deficiencies should be corrected as soon as possible. For most of this month, India has consistently been contributing the most number of daily confirmed COVID-19 infections to the world. So, in almost every day of this month, India is having the most number of cases per day in the world. This week, it reported 78,508 infections on a single day, a record single day spike that has pushed the infection tally to over 3.6 million. So the total number of people who got infected in India and 3.6 are 3.6 million. And the main reason to this is that the rapid growth of cases in India. And on in this week in this week, the total number of cases which were reported are 78,508. Sorry, these are not for a whole week, these are for a single day, and this is a record for a single day spike. Means this is the record, and this is a world record, getting those many cases in just one day. In March, when the epidemic was yet to take hold in the country, there was the belief that it could be vanquished. So when the COVID-19 pandemic, or the when the coronavirus was about to come to India, many people thought that it could be defeated easily. Vanquished means to defeat. In those days, projections based upon the epidemiological modeling, which indicated that the millions would be infected, were met with denial by the government, as well as disbelief by many, especially because how it had especially by how it had pulverized medical health systems in Europe and United States. So in those days, means back in the days when the COVID-19 pandemic was about to start, um, there was a belief that it could be, back in the days where COVID-19 was about to start. Some measurements told that India could be in many problems, due to this COVID-19. But many people and also the government have denied that. They thought that we could easily defeat the coronavirus, but we are not able to defeat it, right? So they are wrong. And this is because especially because how it had pulverized medical health systems in Europe and United States. Pulverize means to crush or defeat. So this COVID-19 virus has literally crushed the has literally crushed all the healthcare systems in both United States and also in United States and in the continent of Europe. The dominant note in the government's narrative on how it has handled the pandemic is that it has kept India's death rate low. So, but at present, the government says that we have controlled the death rate in India and it is not too high. In India's confirmed case fatality rate, its short form is CFR. CFR is below 2%, to, 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 tall, to tolling to over 64,500 deaths. The US and Brazil, the only two countries with more cases than India, have a CFR of around 3%, and a good number of countries that lead the COVID-19 tally have their confirmed deaths in that region. So India CFR is 2%. Um, sorry, India CFR is below 2%, means it's very low. And and the total number of deaths which have taken place in India until now are 64,000. That 64,000 came from a death rate of 2%. That the US and the Brazil, the CFR of around 3%, and a good number of countries that lead the COVID-19 tally have their confirmed deaths in that region. So these are only the two countries, Brazil and the Brazil, Brazil and US. So these are only the two countries which have more CFR than India. So India has a CFR of 2%. It's below 2%, and the CFR of these two countries like Brazil and USA, they are about they are approximately 3%. Were India to have a similar death rate, that would work out to 1 or 3,000 deaths. So if even India had a CFR of 3%, which it does not, it has a death rate of below 2%. So if India has 3% death rate, the total number of deaths could be 1 lakh and 1 lakh 3,000. Whether the nearly 40,000 averted deaths are so far evidence of a dodged bullet, or in the part due to an undercount that results from states not reporting suspected or probable deaths as required by the ICMR guidelines, and not medically certifying all deaths, can only be known by more data being made available in the future for analysis. So if we suppose the CFR of India to be 3%, then the number of deaths which have taken place until now could be 1 lakh 3,000 deaths. So if that's the case, we actually escaped from 40,000 deaths, right? Because if we see the original CFR of India, which is 2%, it leads to a total number of deaths of 64,000. And if we imagine 3% of CFR, the total number of deaths would be 1 lakh 3,000. So the difference in this is 40,000 deaths. So how did we manage to avoid those 40,000 deaths? In this sentence, in this paragraph, they use the word avert. Avert means to escape, ignore, or avoid. So how did we avoid those 40,000 deaths which we talked about? There may be two cases. The first one is that we may have luckily dodged a bullet. Dodged a bullet is an expression which is used to say that we have escaped from a great trouble. So it could be that case, or the second one is that the states did not report all the cases properly. They may have not reported some cases which are from a very low developed area, because only then they could not have that communication, right? If they are a developed area, they could easily report the cases. So is that how could it happen? Is it the first case or the second case? The author is asking us whether it could be a part due to an undercount that results from states not reporting suspected or probable deaths, and not medically certifying all deaths, can only be known by more data being made available in the future for analysis. And also, some deaths have happened, and suppose some deaths have happened, and those are not medically certified, and those won't be counted as deaths then, right? So if they count as deaths in the future, only then our CFR and our death rate may increase. That the virus has managed to infect some of India's most secluded tribes in the Andaman and Nicobar Islands is a point that it has now set deep roots within the country, along with several other bacteria and viruses that thrive in India's tropical climate. So the virus, at first the virus, it started to conquer the secluded tribes in Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Secluded means the place where most of the people have not been, means most of us even don't know about it. So the coronavirus has first come to those types of places, such as the places where the tribes in Andaman and Nicobar used to live. And this statement points that it has now set up deep roots within the country, along with several other bacteria and viruses that thrive in India's tropical climate. That statement points or signals that this coronavirus have now has now total control over India. It is not alone. It also has some fellow virus and fellow bacteria with it that thrive in the India's tropical climate. It's that it can be said as that live in the India's tropical climate. Its invincibility has contributed to the widespread adoption of face covers and masks, and the vital role of maintaining hygiene and avoiding crowds. So the invincibility of coronavirus means we are invincible means unable to defeat something. So we are now almost unable to defeat or face coronavirus, right? So because of its invincibility, we are trying to take precautions such as wearing masks or face covers to prevent the coronavirus from entering our body. And also we are avoiding huge gatherings and a vital role of maintaining hygiene and avoiding crowds. These are welcome behavioral changes that will serve well in the future when India will continue to grapple with seasonal outbreaks and epidemics of influenza, dengue, as well as the old scourge of TB. So these changes in our behavior are welcome, and we encourage that. We are talking about the changes such as avoiding crowds, and keeping ourselves hygiene and wearing masks. So these are encourageable and good changes in our behavior which are occurring, and these may help the citizens of our people in the India to fight the cases to fight the situations which we are going to face. So we are obviously going to face many seasonal outbreaks and many problems in the future, just like the coronavirus pandemic. And these behaviors might help us to be better at those situations. The healthcare system being pushed to its breaking point has also underlined the country's historical neglect of widespread affordable healthcare, as well as the paucity of qualified personnel to treat the poor. So the healthcare system in India is being pushed to its breaking point. Means the healthcare system of India is about to collapse. It's about to go out of control. Means it can't do nothing more. It is going to reach a stage like that. And this incident signals that India has a negligent amount of affordable health. India has a negligent amount of affordable healthcare systems, and also a very low amount of the qualified personnel to help the poor. Qualified personnel means the persons who are qualified as doctors or nurses. Their rate is very low in India. Paucity means a scarcity. In spite of the availability of sophisticated labs and expert scientists and doctors, India continues to struggle to develop indigenous testing kits as well as conduct well designed trials to check for the efficacy of drugs that might help with the infection. So, India actually has expert doctors and expert scientists. It also has very good labs. So even though we have all this, we are still unable to make and testing it out of our own resources. Indigenous means made in a particular region. In this sentence, we can interpret it as the testing kits which are made in India. We are not able to make them, and also we are not even able to make well designed trials to check ourselves whether we have the infection or not. We are not even able to make those trials. There must be deep reckoning to fix gaps in the manufacturing and product delivery chain to put in place new habits and erect a stronger line of defense against future blights. There must be a deep reckoning. There must be a deep estimation. There must be a hard or a determined estimation to fix gaps in manufacturing and product delivery chain, to correct the deficiencies in the sectors of manufacturing uh, and product delivery chain, to put in place new habits and erect a stronger line of defense against future blights. Erect a stronger line of defense means to develop a stronger line of defense against the future blights. Blights means problems. Thank you.